Becky
John.
with Blue Feather Horse Sanctuary and Misfit Mustangs, and we're here to tell our story. The sun is really bright.
Yeah, that's kind of what happens when it goes up.
Yeah. And so anyway, I'm Becky, and I was a veterinary assistant for about 15 years or so in Southern California and Washington and Oregon, and mostly small animals, cats, dogs, exotics in Oregon and Washington, and some large animal in Washington. And then I worked for a private school where I was injured and I lost the use of this, and but that's okay because let's adapt, no big deal. And you want to go say your kind of little past?
Well, I'm John. I've done a whole lot of everything, and then I got injured at the age of 22 due to a drunk driver, and still kind of do a little bit of everything. And yeah, this is a whole new world for me.
Yeah, mostly what we do is rescue horses and dogs, as you can see. and most of the horses are owner surrenders or Mustangs from BLM or owner surrendered Mustangs. This here is Gypsy. Hi, Gypsy. Her and Outlaw over to our left, your right, were orphans from the Antelope Complex Roundup. Both their mothers were unfortunately killed during the Roundup. So BLM, there were originally 5, went to Carson Prison to be bottle fed. So there were 4 there, and we let BLM pick the 2 that came to us, which ended up being Outlaw and Gypsy. And this is Calypso and Billy, Babe, Dave, Dilly Pickle making funny faces back there. Who else is, oh, Effie and Trinket are back there. Moon, Shadow, Blueberry,
Blue.
Blue is our namesake, Blue Feather. He actually came to us July 1st, 2013.
Yes.
Yes.
It's been a minute.
Yeah. It was our first wedding anniversary. You were such a blue face. And we don't typically do the normal stuff. So we went to a livestock auction to save a life for our anniversary. And it ended up being Blue. And the story of Blue is, it was our first time at an auction, and we kind of went around all the different pens and to see who kind of needed some help. There were quite a few horses, and none really horrible, but you know, you could tell they kind of needed some help. And then I spotted way in the back, out of view of everyone, was this emaciated old horse pony. He's pretty small. He's only I think 13, 14 hands. And little girl was saddling him up. So I walked back there to see him and asked her to bring him over. And she did. And it's so bright. And yeah, you could tell he was just defeated. He was done with humans altogether. And I asked his name, and it kind of shocked me and opened my eyes to the auction world. She said, "Oh, we don't name them, we just ride them through." It was pretty obvious. You know, I thought it was her horse that she was unfortunately having to bring to the auction, but no, she worked for the auction. And she's only maybe 14, if that.
Yeah.
And hi Rito. Hi Noodle. And so I started bidding on him when he finally went through at about 11:30 at night. He was late.
Yeah, it went pretty late.
And so then we realized it was cash only. I only had 500 on me. And so I quit bidding at 500, and I was upset and I cried. I'll be honest. They beat the crap out of him in the auction ring. He's Charo trained, so he does Spanish walk, and he lays down for you to get on and off and all that. And but they beat him into submission to do all of these things. so it was pretty sick to watch. And
On extremely slippery floor.
yeah, it was horrible.
Very
But
hardly any room to
I
turn
felt
around.
horrible, and so when the auction ended and he was won by I didn't know who. I cried and I just wanted to go and say I was sorry that he couldn't come home with us. And that's when you apparently was sitting behind me bidding. And then we ran all over town to find an ATM to pay for him. And then finding a hauler last minute. Thank you, Annette and Ross. We love you.
Yes. Yeah.
For coming out at, I think, 1 a.m.
Yes. The additional fees that they don't tell you about
Yeah.
at the auction until you go to
Yeah.
pay.
And
Here, Riddle.
yeah, so that's how Blue came to us, and that was then right then we decided he's having fun with Dave
Yeah.
that we would help horses in need, and especially when owners, you know, they fall on hard times and they want somewhere they know is safe for their horses to go, and they can see them and watch them and get updates on them. We like to be that place, and that's like Babe and Dave and Geronimo here. And he actually was a product of See Something, Say Something. Thank you, Ron, one of our wonderful farriers. Geronimo here in Buttercup. I don't see where she's at. She is somewhere. She's back there.
He's poking around.
They belonged to a client of his, and he saw she was kind of skipping hoof trimmings, and they not really declining, but a little
Riddle
bit.
here.
So he spoke with them and ended up bringing them to us. And so
Riddle.
thank you, Ron. We're very happy about that. And
He's
then,
being spicy.
is he being spicy? Are you being spicy? Be nice, Coda. Coda here is, we also foster dogs for rescue, Reno, and Coda here was a foster fail.
Yeah.
It's Batty Coda is her whole name. Be nice. Be nice. Riddle here was kind of also. He was kind of due to be put to sleep at animal control in Reno. They labeled him aggressive, and but you can see he's not. And,
He's spicy.
yeah, he can be a little spicy, and you're a little naughty sometimes.
Yes.
And but you're far from aggressive.
Yeah.
And then we've got Duke back there. Duke was found at the Fallon auction with the suture still in his eye from an enucleation. And wonderful woman bought him there. And then after about a year, she went through some life changes, but wanted to know he was going to remain safe. So contacted us. What are you doing? You were so weird.
Mhm.
Just like makeup.
Perfect. Perfectly weird.
And so he came to us. We have a few. They're in a pen, not on the camera, from a seizure. And
Here.
so we have those guys. Those came from animal control, and we love working with law enforcement and animal control to keep the animals safe. And so we
Riddle here.
That's not nice. Come on.
Riddle here.
Thank you. And
Here.
we're gonna roll over there.
Yeah.
And but we love working with law enforcement and animal control agencies, and other rescues. We love Willow Branch Ranch and Refuge up in Oregon. Paula, you're awesome. Medicine Horse Project is awesome. What are you doing?
Hey, goofy guy. Girl. Hey, leave it.
Hey.
Leave it.
That's one of the livestock guardians.
Yep.
She's like, what is this? What is this contraption?
Coda,
Coda, it's fine.
you're a good girl. Sit.
Coda likes to think she is the warden here. Like Blue Feather.
Yes.
Just be nice. but what else? Oh, we do a lot of behind the scenes stuff. facilitate those and go down and meet the adopters.
Yep.
And at animal control and do all the paperwork there. That way the animal never comes here. They're not bounced around everywhere, and they're kind of kept safe that way.
We do a lot of transport.
A lot
as
of
well.
transport. That's why I don't post a lot, because we're transporting or doing stuff. Hauling water, transporting animals, going here, going there, doing
Yeah.
everything. Because as you know, if you follow us, we're very, very off-grid. We haul in all our own water from how many miles?
It's close to 50 miles round trip.
Round trip, yeah. And there's been some changes to that, but we're working out the details. But don't worry, we've got water. We hauled 2,000 gallons yesterday, and there's a water truck sitting right there. Cool.
Yep.
And so things are tough a lot of times, but we get through every day. There's days I want to throw in the towel, but then reality sets in. Hey, this is what we're here for, is these guys.
Yeah.
And so we keep going. Hi.
We built this
You were Evie.
with
Hi. Yeah. You're
very
blowing.
little.
Thank you for blowing bubbles. It's very cute.
She's a bubbly girl. Yeah. We built all this on basically nothing.
Yeah. It's been tough, and we have a ways to go. Anyway. Hi, Calypso. Hi. I know, you're pretty spicy.
It's been a long uphill battle and a lot of overheating.
Oh, yeah. Like the other day.
Yeah.
We tried to take a day off and go for a quad ride, and I had heat stroke, and in the middle of it, the quad died.
Yep.
So it was a little bit of a journey.
Yeah, your heat stroke was a lot worse than mine, but yeah.
And, yeah.
Still feeling it all over, but
Yeah. I feel better today.
Yes.
I'm not throwing up today.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Yep. We shall survive.
Yeah. And overcome. Riddle,
Yep.
I saw that.
Here, buddy.
Riddle, here. Come here. Thank you. And hi, thank you. We used to grow a lot of our own food, but with the water situation, we haven't done that. This is year, nice. This is year 3, I think.
2.
2.
Yeah, it's the second year.
Yeah. I see that.
You spicy chicken wing. Come on.
It's usually noodle that's spicy.
I know. Huh, Noodle. Be nice. Coda.
I see that. Hey. She's not really nasty. She just pretends to be.
Yeah. She's spicy nice.
Yeah. You're kind of a habanero
Yeah.
sometimes. It kind of sneaks up on you.
Yeah. Huh, Noodle.
But if there's anything you guys would like to see, like I could maybe talk to animal control and see if we're allowed to take pictures or videos of some of those transfers if you wanted to see those. That would kind of be up to animal control though. I know the one they said no because that was a big court case.
Right.
Even though they were signed over, it was in the best interest to keep the animals safe, that we not post them or anything. And so we kind of like to keep a good relationship with them. So I can talk to them about that if you guys wanted to see some of that. There are some really, really difficult cases that we did in California mostly. I do have videos of those interactions.
Sparkle
Sparkle was one of the worst.
was our first extremely hard.
Yeah. She was only with us for
3 days.
Yeah.
It was 3 days.
But we showed her love and care, and then let her cross Rainbow Bridge. That's what was needed for her. If you want to see that video, I can post it if there's a unanimous vote about it. or I can always private message it to you too, because I hate the word, but it might trigger some people to see.
Yeah, it was
pretty bad.
yeah,
We'll leave it at that.
law enforcement, animal control,
Yeah.
news agencies. No one wanted to even touch it.
Everyone dropped the ball, but you know, it's Southern California.
Right.
And,
Yeah, because once you take possession, then it's your fault.
yeah, so all the abuse has to be done. That's where we learned all the abuse has to be done, as sad as it is, on the property, where the animal
At least the
is
documentation of the
residing,
abuse.
and animal control has to document it, and law enforcement.
Correct. Yeah.
That was our first experience with that. But anyway, I'm glad we got her out of there, and I don't care about any of
Mhm.
the other stuff at that point.
Yeah, she was.
She needed out of there and not to pass away there, not feeling love, and so I'm happy for that.
Yeah.
Hi, Rue. Rue is like the unicorn. Hi, Billy.
Hi, Dilly.
So she's saying what she is.
Yes.
She's very good at that.
Yes. She's a smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's see. It's a little about us. We rescue horses and dillies and dogs.
Doggies.
We foster dogs for Rescue Reno. Coda here is the foster fail, and you're a little spicy, but we love her. You're unique.